What's good, everybody? Flash forward here, and I got this HUF Plantlife Nike collab crew socks for you guys today. So here it is. I'm not supporting smoking or anything, but I just think this design looks really dope. So here it is from the front, side. Here's the back. Yeah, it just turned out really dope. So stay tuned for the tutorial. So to create the stencil, you're gonna need the image. I will leave the link down below. So print this out. And then you're going to need a plastic folder. I use this one, it's called Brights. You're going to need scissors and a Sharpie. So the first thing to do is get your image and just cut out the image using scissors or an X-Acto knife and just cut the image out. And after doing so, get this and place it on top of your plastic folder and tape it up so it stays put. Then use your Sharpie and just trace along the edges of the image until you get an outline of it on the folder. Then get your scissors and just cut a square around the image, and it should look something like this. And after doing that, the way I cut it was I started from the top. And I just cut it to hit the top of the leaf, and I just cut the image out and then went around and cut it, and this is what the should look like. So now what you're going to need is you're going to need a spray bottle. I'm just using this lens cleaner. Any spray bottle will do. You're going to need GAC 900. It's a fabric painting medium, and you're going to need black acrylic paint. And if you don't have the money to purchase this, because I know it's a pretty pricey, like these two, you could also go to the store and purchase fabric markers, which is a cheaper alternative, but I say this is more efficient to use a spray bottle. So what you're going to do is get your acrylic paint and your GAC 900, and you're going to do a 1-to-1 ratio, so half this, and I would fill this bottle up at least half. So pour in the black half, and then GAC 900. So these two items will be in the links down below if you want to purchase them. Now we're going to prep the sock. All you're going to need is cardboard and your sock. So I cut this out using scissors, it's cardboard, and I cut it the length of the sock and a little bit like wide so you could stretch out the sock. And I just cut it so it could, this part so it could fit the toe. And also this is necessary because you want your sock flat, and also so when you spray it doesn't bleed through, so it just goes to the cardboard because you don't want it to bleed through to the other side, so you could look messy. So just insert it. Now we're going to prep the stencil. What you're going to need is you're going to need an ordinary trash bag, scissors, scotch tape, and the stencil you made. So first thing we're going to do is get your trash bag, open it up, and then what we're going to do here is just cut the edges all the way down because we just want to open this bag up. Now just open up your bag. Okay, now what you want to do is the very middle of the trash bag, you're gonna pinch it and then just pinch it and then cut it. Little snip right here, so you could, you're gonna want to cut like a little square so we could tape this on top of the trash bag. See, so yeah, this should be good. So the square should be smaller than the stencil, but bigger than the image. So this is, let's see, yeah, that's perfect. So get your scotch tape, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna tape the edges. and that should be good. So now get your sock and get a Sharpie, and we're gonna mark our starting point. So pretty much the center, and then this is probably gonna be the very top right here. So I can kind of get a reference and put my stencil right there. So now get your stencil and put the top of the very top of it until you see, okay, it's right here, tip of this. So this is where you want to position it. So now get some wet wipes and just place it under the stencil. You're gonna need this because after you're done spraying it, you're gonna flip it so all the sprays just can be absorbed onto here, and I'll show you. And also you're probably gonna want to use gloves because you don't want to get your hands stained. Okay, now you get your spray bottle and just kind of like test it on the wipes first. Make sure it's spraying, so it's spraying. Okay. Now hold on to your stencil, make sure it's flat, and then just start spraying. You're gonna need at least a few sprays, so let's get it. Okay, after you filled up everything, just flip the trash bag onto the wipes and let it soak up all the ink. So now get your Sharpie, and then we're going to position again. So you want it like right under here. So I'll just put the dot right somewhere there. And just repeat the process. So just continue doing this process. So this is what it looks like after. I just put 3 on each side above the ankle. Now what you're going to do is you're going to have to heat set it. So you can either put it in the dryer for 30 minutes or you could iron it for 3 to 5 minutes. So I'm just going to use the iron method. You're going to want to put it to medium heat. So I just set mine on cotton, in between cotton and wool. And now get your sock and get a paper, just regular paper, printer paper. Fold it in half, hot dog style, and then just put it in between. And then set your iron on top and leave it there for at least 3 to 5 minutes. Now flip it onto the other side. And this is what it should look like. Let it cool down. And if you want to really get it heat setted, you could throw in the dryer if you want. I'm just gonna leave it. Thank you for watching my video, everybody. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below on what you thought about these socks. Follow me on social media. Follow me on Snaps, Snapchat, and Instagram @FlashFootwear. And if you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe.